Okay, we're going to attempt a manual transaxle gear oil change today in this 2010 Honda Fit. So I think what we're going to do is drive it down here on this slope and put it on some ramps down there, but I'm going to have to figure a way to get it on the ramps without actually bumping or scraping the front bumper. That is very low and it sticks out pretty far. Now, of course, I could always use jacks and just jack the front of the car up, but on this incline, I just don't think it'd be as safe as actually using ramps. I found this board on the side of the road. Somebody had thrown it out during the lumber shortage, and we thought, hey, there's some lumber. So we grabbed it, and it's actually just been sitting down here under our carport for a while, and this looks like as good a task as any for it. So I'm just going to cut it exactly in half and see if I can use it with these ramps to make a gentler slope to get this fit up onto. Alright, yes, I see I'm not totally up on there. And this one had a knot in the middle of the board that broke. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get this down without messing that up. And that's not exactly lined up either, is it? Oh. Well, let's see what we can do. I wonder if it has to be that long. Yeah. All right, that's better. No scratches that I could tell. And of course we have it in gear and the parking brake is up securely. I would recommend chalking the wheels, the back wheels as well, especially on an incline, but I'm just going to listen for any creaks and groans and try to get out of the way if the thing starts moving. I don't mind taking these kind of risks. I hate wearing socks and shoes, especially in the heat. I like wearing them when it's cold, but I don't like wearing them in the heat. I don't like sweaty feet. So I tend to wear sandals and flip-flops and go barefoot sometimes. Alright, so here is the transaxle, and just to the left of this shield you can see the drain bolt for the transaxle fluid, or transmission fluid, whatever you want to call it. And if you look carefully, let's see, up there is the fill bolt. So you always want to loosen your fill bolt first, because you don't want to go and drain your transmission or transaxle and not be able to fill it. So you check to make sure you can get your fill bolt off, and then you drain it. Oh, and so the shield is just held on with a couple of plastic fasteners. So actually this is probably the only one we need to remove. If we remove this plastic fastener, this plastic shield will come down and give us more room to work under here. This thing does not want to come out, which probably means I'm going to have to replace it. Looks like I'm gonna have to grab that with some pliers. Let's hope this works. There it goes. Will that give me access? Yeah, that'll give me access. So you can see this bolt right here, you actually put a 3/8 inch drive in. You don't actually use a socket. And then the fill bolt up there, looks like a 17 maybe. So let's get the 17 out and try that first. That is a 17, but I tell you what, we're going to do better with a spanner because I can't get this. There's more space to work over here. Let me get a 17. Oh, yay. There it is. Nope. Oh, that actually loosened it up. Oh yeah, that is finger tight. So let's get the 3/8 drive on this right here. And a little tap. Got a little bit of a cheater here. There we go. That's loose. Let me get the oil pan under here. So this has about 180,000 miles on it, I think, unless somebody has changed it before I got it. But I just bought it, and I'm assuming stuff like this has never gotten changed. However, that doesn't look too bad. Now I know a lot of people are going to recommend changing the crush washer, but I have to admit, I have never changed a crush washer on anything in my life. And so far, I have not had any problems with the drain bolt's leaking. So we're just going to put that back on there, switch the ratchet back to tighten it. I might should use two hands for this. Oh, now here we go. I'll just pull. So it's pretty tight. Now for the fill, if I can get this out. There we go. Now for the fill. So here is my genuine Honda manual transmission fluid I picked up from the dealership. I think it takes like 1.6 quarts, so I got 2 of these. And then I also have this marine pump. Fits all standard quart bottles. And I use this for things like filling differentials, and like the CRV has a dual pump fluid or whatever. And automatic transaxles sometimes. Just hard to reach places where it's really hard to get to the fill thing. You just put this on top of your bottle, screw it on just like the cap. This tube goes inside and this tube goes into the fill hole, and you just literally pump it in. And then you can, you know, we'll pump a full quart, and then we'll just keep an eye on the second quart to when we get down to about half. Then we'll start looking for the liquid to start leaking out of the fill hole, and when that occurs, we know it's full. All right, let's get a bottle set up here. It's got a little transmission fluid in it. Drain out, put the tube on the end. So, take it down in there. And Honda uses a proprietary bottle here. This does not actually fit the same. So this isn't going to seal. We're just going to have to hold this upright while we pump it and hope it doesn't leak out. Make sure it works. Pump a little bit of that out. Make sure it's clean. Alright, so we're gonna see if we can reach this tube up there into the fill hole. There we go. And pump away. Let's see how much this is using. Yeah, it's coming down. This one appears to be out. It has started to drip. Now let's see where we are. Yeah, that should be about right. We'll put the plug back in, The crush washer is actually still up there. So let's get this tube out. See if we can capture the crush washer. There it is. Looks pretty good. Nice and snug. There. There we go. Now I'm going to dry up this oil really good with some shop towels so that after we drive it we can check for leaks. Okay, now let's check out this fluid we drained out of it. So let's see the difference in this old gear oil and the new gear oil. Just tear this white paper towel in half, roughly. Give this a little dip. Doesn't look too bad. This open here. And we'll drop on there. So there's the difference. New gear oil, old gear oil. I guess there is a difference. Some people say you can use motor oil for this, and it does seem at least as thin as motor oil. It's probably 30 weight. Smells different though. Definitely smells different. Alright, now let's see if this Honda clip will fit. This and the screw part. There we go. Good as new. Let's see if it's leaking any. So that's it. Manual transmission fluid in a 2010 Honda Fit. Thanks as always for watching, and hope to see you next time.